hands of city leaders. Dr. King came to Memphis to fight those injustices. 50 years later, gains made by labor organizations continue to be under attack. You cannot honor the past.
All right, Joe, get ready to do it
we rise, divided
on
we
this
fall.
Brought to you by the Memphis Police Association.
Thursday. Coming to you from the sound stage of the SVP TV network.
Producers and/or persons of
Y'all
the
ready?
program and do not reflect the views and opinions of the SVP network. This program may include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Not for you to read it, it's only you to say.
See what?
What's her name?
Oh, okay, I thought you were talking about that.
That was it.
Wait a minute, oh, you
My girl, yes, but I'm getting ready to partner with her. And we're gonna do it like, well, she's already doing it, partner with her.
Make sure I hear you, T.
Okay, you hear me?
One, two, three, four.
You hear me now?
Yeah. They don't get it right.
10 seconds.
Yeah, this nigga got a theme song. Bad mother.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And just when you thought it was safe, it is absolutely, positively not. And good Thursday evening to you. And welcome again to still the most controversial, the hardest hitting, the most informative, the rawest, non-filtered, not giving a damn television talk show anywhere on the planet. So glad to be here with you on this evening. Thank you again. And to my great doctor, Dr. Lee Faulkner. I went to visit him this morning after my 3-day stay last week in St. Francis Hospital. And he said my blood pressure was like that of a 25-year-old man. I don't believe my blood pressure had been this low in a long time, but it's all the meds I'm taking, boy, and all them side effects that I'm taking, but I'm gonna take the meds and do what the doctor said do. Some have asked, shouldn't you still be in the bed? Most likely I should be. But when I stop functioning, then I'm not going to be functioning. I'm a workaholic, but I have slowed down. When I finally got to the church and got to my office today, I did not go behind my desk until about 6 o'clock this afternoon. I spent the entire day in my recliner with my remote to my big screen TV in my office. Tonight's show, though, and thank you again, and to those of y'all that call me, sometimes y'all call me and I don't answer the phone. Those of you that have my number, because I'm rested. Sometimes some of y'all text me and I don't respond right away because I'm rested. And to those of you that call me sometimes and y'all, and I say, look, I'm resting. Damn, will y'all let me rest? Y'all want to keep on having a damn conversation. When a man's sick and the man trying to rest, and he said, look, I'm resting right now. That means get off the damn phone. Damn, how much simpler could it be? But thank you for those of you who, for all of your concerns, and even those of you who are my haters, thank you for hating on me, because y'all motivate me to get better and get a whole lot back in stride again, my 100%. One of the things that I've been known for all of these years in radio and in television, especially doing talk shows, is my exposés. I think that I'm the best investigative reporter here in the Memphis area. And yes, even though I'm pastoring, sometimes I go off on that pastor role, but I'm still the baddest mother in this town when it comes to what I do. And tonight, I'm going to prove it to you once more and again, okay? Once more and again. Now, let me share something with you. And I'm dealing with politics, and I guess somewhat those of you around the country that's watching me by various ways of social media, this probably takes place in your areas as well. But if you are a Republican tonight, you may want to watch this program. I'm going to take you where mainstream media, your channel 3s, your channel 13s, 5, 24, and 30s, will refuse to take you. I belong to no political parties. I don't give a damn about a Democrat and don't give a damn about being a Republican. I look at what is the agenda of the person that is running. How is that individual's agenda going to best benefit me and mine? That's my job. I don't even care no more whether you're black or white. Because the black politician has refused to be what we needed as black folk in the black community. Y'all just satisfied with we shall overcome, going to the damn mountaintop and having a damn dream. When people in this community, we are living in the realities of what is going on. Now, prior to my getting ill on last week, I received a telephone call. Did you write that other thing down? I took it right down there with the name and separate from on this.
Okay.
Because I told you after we got off. Let me see if it's on here. I received a telephone call from area code 901-237-6402. 901-237-6401. Thank you. Telling me to go out and look in the church mailbox. There was some documentation on a Republican candidate. So I went out to the mailbox and praised the Lord. That was a big manila envelope. When I opened that particular envelope, there was court documentation on that particular Republican candidate. I got to reading and I got to researching, and I said, now Thaddeus, myself said, why do you think that you received this documentation? First of all, they knew that I can't hold a wall. That was the first thing. Secondly, they knew that I have the balls to break this story. Now, after I do it tonight, you'll have 3, 5, and 13 trying to do the same thing. They have the documentation. Okay? The very same information I've had it for about a week. Over 10,000 copies of this document has been sent to registered Republicans all across the area. Now, what's going to be interesting is when I tell you, I traced the number. Y'all do know I trace numbers. I traced the number, and I'm going to tell you whose number it was, then I'm going to tell you what the trickery and the strategy is of Republicans. See, and because it's white don't make it right. We talk about the political corruption in the black community, and oh, it runs deep. But it also runs deep with white Republicans. We already understand that in Shelby County, white Democrats in the primary, which is going to be May the 1st, early voting starts April 11th. You have to declare yourself as a Democrat or a Republican. White Democrats will vote Democrat in the primary. Well, you don't win in the primary. You win in the general election, which is August. It has been proven that, and those of you who make these unnecessary comments, y'all gone. That's now my subject, you automatically gone. It has been proven, I know, at least for the last 16 years that I know of, and I've been watching it closely. The reason that no black Democrats win office is for the simple reason that white Democrats, when there is a choice of a white candidate, they cross over from their Democratic roles and vote Republican. That happens every time. White folk that are Democrats vote Republican in the general election. Now, when we look at politics, it's crooked. It's crooked whether you're black or whether you're white. But I'm gonna give you the scoop on something, and I'm gonna give you the reason that I got this information. And yes, this person I got this information on, this is some good stuff we got tonight, because this good stuff I got tonight, one of my other little cheat sheet. Didn't I have a cheat sheet in here? I know I got a cheat sheet. In this cheat sheet that I got, this individual that's running for office, and all of it is documented, it's been sworn to in court. We're going to talk about a candidate that divorced his wife, begged her back so that he could run for elected office, and he presently is in an elected position. There is documented facts which he does not deny that he gave his wife chlamydia, that nasty woman's disease. There are documented facts that he does not deny that he admitted to numerous incidents of intimacy outside of the marriage. He does not deny. There is documentation to support him gambling using the marital funds, and the wife didn't know about it. Yeah. There is documentation here that shows he's an excessive drinker, that he called his wife bitches and hoes, that he hid wads of $100 bills in his car to use for hotel rooms and gifts for his other women. This elected person who is in county government right now, there's documentation that he does not deny that he smokes marijuana, Mary Jane, the cloud, loud, or whatever y'all call it. In fact, the documentation even gives names of women he didn't deny that he slept with. In receiving this information, which is a divorce decree, the people that sent this to me put a letter to the Republicans in here. It says, most media outlets and business organizations have an unspoken policy of not acting on anonymous letters. With that said, the contents of this package are not anonymous, but instead a matter of public record that until now, no one has taken the time or effort to look for. The enclosed sets out under oath and the penalty of perjury a description of a man who physically and verbally abuses a woman who is the mother of his children. The allegations are not denied by the man at all. The amazing part of this story, aside from the fact that he has been hiding in plain sight, is that very shortly before entering Republican politics in 2009 for his first elected race, he remarried the woman, holding himself and his family out as the perfect Republican nuclear family, while the party faithful looks into the veracity of these documents. The party leaders should also ask how he was able to run as a Republican in his first race when he had never voted in a Republican primary prior to his own race, even though he had been qualified by residency and age to do so for a very long time. The letter goes on to say, I suspect the establishment of the Republican Party is fully aware of this charade and may even be complicit. How else would Republican Party faithful who would never stand for this criminal behavior in others suspiciously endorse this candidate? If the Republican Party and its faithful put their sizable weight and influence behind a man who has shown propensity contained in these sworn pleadings, I will assure that I will never financially support another Republican candidate in this area of West Tennessee again. A leopard never changes his spots. Finally, please understand that this same package is being not only sent to Republican Party leaders, but also the media. And I would think that there would be a race to get the information on air, and those that don't take a stand now before the news breaks or fails to research the much deeper story will be left to explain why they did not take stand for battered spouses. Please begin the reading at page 8, and we have taken the liberty to highlight certain interesting items that are like him, hiding in plain sight. Well, I'm gonna take a commercial break. When I come back, I'm gonna tell you who this Republican is. But I'm also gonna show you the tricks, the dirty tricks, or well, just the tricks in this game, because the person that's sending it out is connected to somebody that is running against this person. Call all your Republican friends. We ain't got no Comcast. Then you can go to my church Facebook page, Naked Truth, Liberation, and Empowerment Ministries. Go there right now. Because damn it, when we come back, it's on and popping. I'm the baddest man in this town that does this. I'm Thaddeus Matthews. We'll be right back.
Eddie Jones promised the citizens of
All right.
11 that if elected, he would work to make the district a better place to live. And as a member of the Board of
Do what?
Commissioners, to make sure that all
Do what?
Shelbyville have that same
Yeah.
privilege. During his tenure in office, Eddie Jones has proven that he not only serves,
Charlie
but
gone.
that he is a servant. That's why he sponsored a moratorium to stop landfills in Shelby County. Sponsored a resolution to give
Whoever this is, I can't remember.
$350,000
Somebody's kids.
for mammogram
You gone.
machines. Made sure citizens that were arrested on juvenile court warrants could receive a bond so that they could be released. Gave away over 6,000 backpacks and school supplies and allocated $2 million for black
I'm just cutting you
initiatives.
motherfuckers
Eddie
off.
Jones has served as a chair on the Delinquent Tax
official.
Property Commission, also on the Core City Neighborhoods Committee,
Keith Deaver.
vice chair of the Law
Ugly ass
Enforcement
bitch.
and
Bitch, you
Corrections
ugly.
Committee, and
Just
also
now
the
take
chair
you up for just
of
being
the
a
Budget and
ugly ass.
Finance Committee. Eddie Jones has proven that he deserves to be reelected. So Whitehaven, Oakhaven, Fox Meadows,
And please understand, once I take you off, you never come
send
back.
the man back to the commission who's
You're never
had
allowed
your
back
vote
on my
first
page.
for Eddie Jones, Shelby County
This is not a
Commissioner,
sermon.
District 11.
This is a TV talk show.
Stars,
Damn, what's the sermon about?
paid for by the committee.
Come Sunday if you want the
Eddie
damn
Jones
sermon.
and that Jedrick treasurer.
Dr. Martin Luther King taught us that all labor that uplifts humanity has dignity and should be undertaken with painstaking excellence. In
Alan Brown, you
1968,
gone.
city employees suffered social and economic injustices at the hands of city leaders. Dr. King came to Memphis to fight those injustices. 50 years later, gains made by labor organizations continue to be under attack. You cannot honor the past and proclaim to empower the future. Together we rise, divided we fall.
Brought to you by the Memphis Police Association.
I'm not talking about God
To the
tonight.
stars, professionals.
Go to your
March
church
30th
and
at
hear
the
it.
historic
Check it out.
Daisy Theater on Beale, featuring professionals like Chick Rogers, Aspen Price, Ikoya Coleman, special guests Chris J of the Marquets, Miss Joyce, Kendall Jackson, Russell Wheeler, Kyle Gilkey, and Shaki. Hosted by Beth Johnson. Doors open at 7, showtime 9 p.m. Admission is $20. To reserve tables, call 901-412-0651. Stairway to the Stars Professionals. Friday night, March 30th.
As a home or property owner, you want to make sure that your property has
Why
a
niggas so
fair,
stupid? Y'all just
accurate
come in and be
assessment
stupid.
value. That's why you need to elect an assessor who's not on the job training, but has experience. Lori Ingram.
What page you on,
Years
Dale?
of experience in the Shelby County.
All right, anything
Assessor's
stupid, come on up, block me.
Lori Ingram is acutely knowledgeable
Anything
in
stupid.
each and every department in the assessor's office. She has skill sets that include writing policies and procedures. Lori Ingram has worked closely with appraisal and reappraisal teams to make sure that property owners are treated fairly. Lori Ingram is committed to produce fair
14 years old,
and
your
accurate
stupid ass
policy
should be getting
manuals,
nowhere.
to making the assessor's office accessible to each and every citizen of Shelby County. Working with every citizen to provide transparency, she's committed to educate the elderly, disabled, and veterans on available tax reliefs. Lori Ingram is the best qualified candidate to run the assessor's office. Don't vote for on-the-job training, vote for experience. Vote Lori Ingram for Shelby County Property Assessor.
If I'm a false prophet and you hear that,
Committee
you
to
real
elect
stupid.
Lori Ingram for Shelby County Property Assessor, Donna Spencer, Treasurer.
Mikhail Lowry has been very active in the Memphis community as chairman of the Memphis Housing Authority Board and a member of the
20 seconds.
It's almost time to come back. Please understand, if any comments are seen that is off my subject,
10
you're
seconds.
automatically blocked and you can't come back.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. I just wasted all in the little draw over here, but it'll be all right. We're talking about the corruption in politics. The candidate that I've received this information on is David Lenore. David Lenore is a white Republican candidate for Shelby County Mayor. He has the endorsement from current Mayor Mark Luttrell, whose term ends this year. Lenore is also at the end of his term overseeing tax collections and sales as the county trustee. And he's received Luttrell's long expected endorsement. The May 1 primary election with early voting starts April the 11th. He faces what could be fierce competition for the party's nomination in juvenile court clerk Joy Tudianas and the term limited Shelby County Commissioner Terry Rowland. So here's the deal, we're not quite right picked for the party. Let me give you something. Before I get into some things, I got the number. The person that called me told me to look out for this information. Again, the number came from 901-237-6402. I said, now, it was a white woman. We got something on David Lenore that you're going to want to say. I said, who is this? Just read the packet. So, being the investigative reporter I traced her number. The number goes to a woman by the name of Ann Davis. So I started putting my little feelers out. Who is this Ann Davis in the Republican Party that she wants me to have this information? Then I found the connection. She works for a guy by the name of Martin Zumach. Yeah. Martin Zumach. Now, you say, who is Martin Zumach? Martin Zumach is the campaign manager for Joy Tudianas. Damn, Daddy Bear. So somebody that works for the campaign manager of Joy Tudianas is the person that's behind me getting the information, which means that Joy Tudianas is behind it. But let's even go back. Let's deal with Mark Zumach, or whatever you want, Zuma. some very interesting things about Mark Zumock, who has one of his office personnel in the person of Ann Davis distributing information out about David Lenore, who's running against George Tudialis, who he's the campaign manager for. Let's look. Can we look closer, if you don't mind? Pastor, been to work now. I felt like my old self doing this. Martin Zumock was hired under Tudialis as a county employee, making $90,000 a year, plus insurance, plus retirement, and never goes to work. George Tudialis, George Tudialis, the current juvenile court clerk, who's, I guess it turns out, hired Martin Zumock as a county employee, and he never goes to work, never shows up, never punches a clock. In fact, Martin Zumock has his own law firm in South Haven, Mississippi. Address is at 7125 Getwell Road, South Haven, Mississippi. In fact, the number at his office is 662-349-6900. Now, Thaddeus, how you know that Martin Zumock, campaign manager for George Tudialis, who has an employee by the name of Ann Davis, who Ann Davis is responsible for making sure that Republicans know about the dirt on David Lenore, how you know he don't go to work? I'm glad you asked. Because the commercial appeal, and y'all know y'all believe anything that the commercial appeal reported. Damn you good, that is. Zumock in the commercial appeal stated, he said, although there are weeks when he doesn't appear in person at juvenile court, hardly a day goes by that he isn't working on something for the county, whether it's a disciplinary matter, a public records request from the media, or larger constitutional concerns about the court's treatment of you. If I'm not a good value for the dollar for her, he's talking about Tudialis, she can unappoint me, said Zumock, who says his employment with the clerk's office is similar to a long-standing practice of hiring part-time attorneys in county attorney's office where he once worked. Tudialis said in an earlier phone interview that Zumock has no specific office at juvenile court, but said he reports to work, asked if he keeps regular hours at the court. Tudialis wouldn't answer. He's working as a part-time employee, she said. That's all I can tell you. If she's upholding him in the wrong, she's just as bad as him. Wait a minute, George Tudialis, you want to be the Shelby County mayor and you're giving your boyfriend, your friend, a job for $90,000 a year and he does not have to show up at all? Huh? Yeah, deep colored, you know. You don't never have to show up for work at all? Not at all? But you, Joy, you want to be the county mayor. And you already got these type of shenanigans going on, and then because you think that David Lenoir might could have beat you, you have your guy that's working on the taxpayer's dollar and not showing up for work. You have one of his office personnel and David's to distribute all of this information. Now, I like the information. I'm telling you, but white folks treat white folks the same way we treat each other. It's all about power. Joy, to the audience, you are as corrupt then as David Lenoir. Now, let's get into David Lenoir. And I appreciate Sidney because I have perused all of this information. David Lenoir. David Lenoir. All you women rights activists, all you people of this moral conscience, we can't put David Lenoir in the office. See, he is married and he was married. They got divorced to Shannon Whitney Bolton Lenoir. This is 1999. The first thing in the divorce that gets interesting about David Lenoir, the Shelby County trustee, she says in the divorce here, papers, that David gave her chlamydia, which was discovered in 1995 doing routine testing when she was 5 weeks pregnant with the party's first child. David, you done gave your wife the chlamydias and she pregnant. Although she was able to conceive again, this disease leaves scarring and can cause a number of long-term problems. Because defendant, which was David, has admitted to numerous, David, and you admitted to it, you got to put your hands on me, but David admitted to numerous incidents of intimacy with people outside the party's marriage, and because he had already gave the plaintiff a venereal disease. No, David, you know white folk, they don't play this now. Then gave the woman the nasty woman's disease, then gave her the venereals and gave her the chlamydias. Oh, Lord have mercy. As this having said, the poor wife was currently under the care of a physician to monitor and test for sexually transmitted diseases that she may have contracted from the defendant. Lord, she has been advised to continue to be tested periodically for the next several years because the defendant gave plaintiff chlamydia. She is at increased risk for cervical, cancer. Then the following, then it gives a list of the following individuals have knowledge of facts related to this matter. Somebody named Terry, the manager at Lonely's, Jill Anderson Martin, Georgia, the neighbor's housekeeper. Even the neighbor's housekeeper knew he done gave her the nasty woman's disease. Stephanie Bolton, Lord have mercy. Shelley Cagle, Amelia Karkoff, Geo Clayton, the cleaning crew, the whole cleaning room, the cleaning crew knew she had the chlamydias. Mary Dacus, Angela Dacus, Jeff Dunn, Barbara Edwards, Sam Jordan, Tom Elkins, Janet Jean, Sandra Hackett, Dorsey Hardeman, Kim Hardeman, Stacy Hayden, Ronald Hodges, Jim House, Catherine House, Kelly Jordan, Sam Jordan, Carl Lambert, Christy, he was some of the family people knew about it. Christy Lanua, Cindy Lanua, John Lanua, Kate Lanua, Kenneth Lanua, Melanie Lanua, Pat Lanua, Patrick Lanua, Rebecca Lanua Proctor, Ronald Lanua, Scott Lanua, Wanda Lanua. And the list just went on and on and on and on and on. Everybody knew she had the nasty woman's disease. He wants to be elected as the county mayor, and he passing out the nasty woman's disease like it's Ritz crackers and cheese. It goes on saying that during the course of the plaintiff's marriage to the defendant, plaintiff has been involved in sexual contacts and intimate relationships with an individual other than the defendant. It says here, during the course of plaintiff and defendant's marriage, the defendant has done the following, which in plaintiff's own words constitute marital misconduct. Gambling. David, wait a minute now. You over all of the taxpayers' money in Shelby County, and your wife said, and you don't deny you got a gambling problem? It says here, David has been involved with illegal gambling using marital funds without my knowledge. Taking money out the household. Is he taking money out the treasury for the people of the state, of the county of Shelby? Lord Jesus. Drinking. Oh, David, you're drunk too? Ooh. No, you. Lord. Jesus. No. It says, in addition to the incidents and information listed below on the reasons I would receive sole custody of the children, there are several incidents that illustrate David's drinking problems. And she go on to talk about your drinking problems. Oh, David, how your brother David, how your brother Scott found you outside Collierville driving at excessive speeds. The car had been wrecked. Lord have mercy. Oh, none. Wait a minute. Oh, it gets, let me read this here part here. David admitted to me on March 2nd, 1999, that on the same night he kissed one of Rebecca's friends at school. Oh, David, you want to be our county man. You kiss at, oh, Lord have mercy, one of Rebecca's friends at school. At Beth Anderson's wedding, approximately 1994 in Birmingham, Alabama. David and I went to the reception and agreed that he would not drink much so that he could drive. I later found him shooting Jägermeisters. What is that? Jägermeisters?
Jägermeisters.
Who?
Jägermeisters.
Jägermeisters, and he was drunk. I had Virginia Wooden drive us back to the Hampton Inn. On the way David vomited in the car. There, Jim House helped to get David back to our room on a luggage cart. What damn? As we walked down the hall, David screamed at me, "Effing whore, bitch!" When we got back to the room, David got mad and threw me back into the wall. David Wooden was a witness to this. I slept in the bathroom because I was afraid. Ooh, here go another incident. We were in Tuscaloosa for the wedding of Craig Anderson. All their friends got married, didn't they? We went out with a group that included Chris Robinette, Jeff Dunn, and Kevin Turner, and I lost them and went back to the car to wait. They never showed up, and David never came back to the room that night. I found him later the next morning at the football dorm where he said he spent the night. I told him that he needed to seek help, and I thought he had a drinking problem. He went to see Dr. Jimmy Young, our pastor, and told him the same story. On Tuesday, March 2nd, 1999, he admitted that he had picked up someone and slept with her. David, you don't admit that stuff. You let them find out for themselves. You don't go and tell, I've been screwing, I done screwed 19 women last. No, ooh, David, you too dumb to be out, ooh, jeez. Look, I'm gonna take another commercial break because it gets better, it gets deeper. David Lenore, you want to be our county mayor? Oh, not David. Lord, I've been reading this stuff, and this stuff just gets better and better. As the little children say, it get gooder and gooder. I got some more good to make it. But also remember, as bad as David Lenore is, that he should not be our mayor. Understand that you Republicans, the person that put this in your hand, can she be trusted too? Joy Tudialis, who got her, whatever he is, Martin Zumark, who works for the county and doesn't have to show up but makes $90,000, who used his secretary Ann Davis to distribute all of this information. White folks' politics can be as dirty as black folk. We're going to be back because I got some more good stuff in here for you, right here on the baddest talk show in the Memphis and Mid-South area, the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Woo!
Featuring professionals like Chick Rogers, Aspen Price, Ikoya Coleman, special guests, Miss J of the Marquez, Miss Joyce, Kendall Jackson, Russell Wheeler, Kyle Gilkey, and Shaquille. Hosted by Beth Johnson. Doors open at 7, showtime 9 p.m. Admission is $20. Reserve tables call 901-412-0651. Stairway to the Stars Professionals. Friday night, March 20th.
I'm getting really ignorant motherfuckers that's on here. Shannon BB, whatever the fuck your name is. Boy, these broke ass men, y'all be jealous on players, don't you? Y'all want to be mean. Huh? Y'all want to be mean.
Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, bringing the slogan, I am a man, to the sanitation workers strike.
Girl, it seemed like just yesterday that the sanitation strike took place right here in Memphis, Tennessee, involving Dr. King. Cornelia Crenshaw was on the committee that brought Dr. King to Memphis.
Well, why is there be some history missing from the other coming in there to commemorate Dr. King?
Let me do the goddamn holding of the scriptures up. In fact, you go on. Just tell me. All you motherfuckers tell me. Y'all ain't got a damn TV show. So I come down to Burger King and tell your motherfuckers you need to turn that burger over. Dang. Somebody needs to take out sometime. Especially motherfuckers that work on the strawberry milkshake machine.
Edmund Ford Jr. has proven his commitment to public service by serving 3 terms as a Memphis City Councilman. As Councilman, Edmund Ford Jr. co-sponsored the South Memphis Revitalization Plan. He secured $1 million in CIP funds for the expansion and widening of 3rd Street. Supported and sponsored legislation along with the city that's in the process of bringing over 5,500 jobs to District 9. Sponsored $500,000 in CIP funds to restore the Health Loop and Head Start buildings adjacent to the Mitchell Community Center. His inherited spirit of service has allowed this 14-year educator in our school system to raise thousands for all Shelby County high school seniors to receive free access to college scholarships. Edmund Ford Jr. has a proven record of service. Conditions are too critical to elect someone who can only make us promises. Let the work and service continue by electing Edmund Ford Jr. to the County Commission, District Number 9. District 9 doesn't need a change, but the continuation of a public servant who has already made that change. Vote May 1st, Edmund Ford Jr., County Commission, District 9.
You go, Ms. Debbie?
To elect Edmund Ford Jr., J. Ashley Miller, Treasurer.
I've been here all day.
I understand that.
He doesn't know about that part.
I'm trying to work hard because I gotta be out of town. We got that 7 days.
When are you leaving town this time? You went to when's it start?
It starts on the 7th. Of course, I have to.
April 7th, live at the Halloran Orphanage. Memphis' own Oscar and friends filming the new comedy
All right.
special, Get Out Your Minivan. 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Tickets are
How many more spots left?
April 7th.
In this set?
Halloran
One more.
Memphis' own Oscar B. and friends filming the new comedy special, Get Out Your Minivan. 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com.
You know, I hear the constant conversations about, I can't find a job. Well, don't look for a job. Find yourself a career. You can become a stylist or you can become a barber. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you need to enroll yourself in the
Wait, how many motherfuckers Nick
We're
Barnes?
located at 9220 Middle Branch, and the tuition is very much affordable. Quality education, day and night classes. They're open Mondays through Thursdays from 12 until 3.
We talking about goddamn Easter, let's get your ass gone. Keep your ass on the conversation around that one.
Or get your hair done.
Or your ass
They
gone.
are also having services for you, the public. Get your license in 12 months or less. And guess what, guys? You don't have to.
20 seconds.
I got a record. Well, they are felon friendly. That's the Barber Institute, 9220 Mule.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back again to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. All you white folk watching, y'all need to call all the white folk. Y'all need to have a white folk meeting. Republicans, y'all need to get together. How y'all gonna let David Lenoir or George Tudianis represent you as the county mayor? How can these people, okay, how could these people be your nominee? It would say that those of you who are Republicans and you practice the Republican faith and religion and doctrines, that you agree with this madness if you vote for either of these two individuals. Let me go on with David. Hear what his wife said. And they say he begs her back. When he got ready to run for the county trustee, he wanted to put this picture out there. He was a loving father and come from the loving father family. And he begged her, and the fool married him all over again. But she says Shannon, that be his wife, David lied on his life insurance application, checking that he had never had or been treated for a venereal disease. When y'all see him in the county tomorrow, said, David, you been checked recently? Yeah, he'll be at work. He at the county trustee's office. His county government closed tomorrow. This is the day y'all call Good Friday. He might be off tomorrow. She says David lied on his life insurance app, checking that he had never had or been treated for the venereal disease. That this puts me and the children at risk in the event of his death. Since our separation, David has failed to provide the money necessary to run the household. I have been given less than half of the paycheck. But I'm expected to pay the house note, car lease, and other household bills and expenses, as well as expenses for myself and our 2 children. I have been unable to pay several of the regular bills. David, how you do your wife like this, David? And you want to be the county mayor. He has admitted to only depositing 95% of his paycheck as of at least August of 1998. He has spent money on women for gifts and hotel rooms. Lord, oh, David said it ain't so. He, in fact, admitted to me that he admitted this mother, I've never seen in my life. He, in fact, admitted to me that he kept wads of hundreds in his car to use for hotel rooms and gifts for his paramours. What is, Dale, you don't want to be in the college. What's a damn paramour? Is that the other woman? Paramours. The outside woman, I guess. Okay. He has spent excessive time on his car phone with his paramour. Cheating costing money. He has been extravagant in spending money on his personal clothing, much of which is custom made and on cars. He has gambled on sporting events illegally without my knowledge. Since the separation, David has spent money in excess on items including but not listed to thousands of dollars in clothing, 3 mobile phones, extravagant dining while bills remain unpaid, and I have had access to less than $500 for food and other living expenses for myself and my 2 children. Considering he is supposed to be a financial consultant, I have been shocked to find out how leveraged we are and how little assets we have. Lord have David, but this is the man that wants to be the county mayor. This is Charlie 2X. You must think I'm your daddy, boy. You keep coming up here with different names, and I'm gonna keep locking you every time. Okay. Then, Lord, Shannon, how much did he pay you, baby, for you to go back and marry him a second time? You come back and you say, Shannon, it has recently come to my attention that David has been known to smoke marijuana. This was without my knowledge. I confronted David about his relationship with Angela Dacus, D-A-C-U-S. Y'all for the time out here on the Instagram. Y'all might want to come back. Yo, 765 4, 3, 2, 1. Lord have mercy. All right, let me. Okay. Let's come back and bring y'all back again. I know for those of y'all around the country, this is a local story. Somebody, thank y'all for being my Webster's Dictionary. Paramour, a lover, especially the illicit partner of a married person. Okay, all right. Well, thank y'all. Y'all always so helpful. Do we want a county mayor who his wife said he's a drunkard and he a marijuana smoker? She said, I confronted David about his relationship with Angela Dacus, D-A-C-U-S, in February of 1999. At that time, his brother, his father, and my sister Kelly were present. I told him, it's time to tell the truth. Tell it, David. He proceeded to say, David, we sure need you because you just tell all your damn business. He proceeded to say, it started in high school, and went on to say that he began being unfaithful to me while we were still in high school and throughout college. When I asked him how many women since we've been married, he said 10 or more. Damn. Couldn't you just brought the number down, David? You too stupid to be the damn mayor. You could have said 1 or 2, damn, 10. So you know if you said 10, it's 15. Whew, damn. When I asked him for names, he said that I knew Angela and that most of the others he did not know their name. How you didn't know their name, David? Or they were out of town and I didn't know them. I finally asked him where his heart was, and he admitted that it was with Angela. Damn fool! Damn! You should have talked to some of the brothers, man. Where your heart at, baby? Baby, it ain't with you. It's with Angela Dacus. Later, David admitted to several of the following incidents. See Ole Miss incidents on the drinking. See Tuscaloosa incident on the drinking. David admitted to me that he slept with Janet Jen. Jen will make you sin. David, and I wonder if Janet Jen watching the show tonight. Okay. David admitted to me that he slept with Janet Jen on at least one occasion. Janet was an assistant of Carl Lambert, a broker from Houston, Texas. He admitted this to his brother Scott and his father Kenny Lenore as well. It has come to my attention recently that when David travels, he frequents massage parlors that offer the special of the day. David likes the special of the day. Okay, okay. And he receives some form of sexual flavor. What's it, flavor? Favor. Well, flavor too. It has come to my attention recently that David had a talk dirty relationship with a woman at his office. It has come to my attention recently that David made advances to Kim Pickens while Kim was employed at FMTC, whatever that happens to be. Then it goes into the venereal disease. Am I going to have time to finish all this tonight? Because it's some real deep stuff in here. Let's see.
Approximately 1 week after I found out I was pregnant with our son Davis, I received a call from the nurse at my doctor's office who informed me that I had chlamydia, a sexually transmitted disease, because I had never had sex with anyone other than my husband. I confronted David. He lied. And finally he lied. Whew, thank you, David. He lied, saying he didn't know where it came from. Now that's what men gonna say that. I don't know. Where you get it from? I don't know. What you talking about? My husband denied having sexual relations with anyone else. When David was just a few weeks old, I finally confronted David in a letter, telling him that I knew he must have cheated on me. Approximately 2 months later, David told me that he had been faithful to me only one time, faithful to me one time during our marriage, but that he had been faithful to me during our marriage. On January 24th, 1999, he admitted that he had been unfaithful with more than 10 different people since our marriage, and there were even more while we were dating and engaged, so he had no idea where he contracted the disease. I don't know who gave it to me. Okay. Then she goes into a paragraph on mental and emotional abuse. Throughout our marriage and even since our separation, David has tried to blame me for our problems, even admitting that his adultery from the beginning of our relationship was the true source of my mistrust in our problems. Just weeks after our second child was born, he told me that our marriage was in trouble and he wasn't happy and he did not love me anymore. He told me that the reasons were that we had nothing in common and we didn't speak the same love language. When I asked him how he could have sex with me when he didn't love me, he replied, damn, a man could have sex with a 400-pound woman. He told me that he noticed men looking at me at a party and he couldn't understand what they saw in me. Damn, David. Whew. This thing is just so entrenched in why he should not become the mayor of Shelby County. You Republicans, what y'all gonna do about this? Every news outlet in Memphis has the same information. He even talks about, in here she says, David told me on 2 separate occasions that he's contemplated suicide. Once when he told me we were having problems in November 1998, and then Tuesday, March 2nd, at the IHOP. IHOP costs you a whole lot of problems. Look like you can't go to an IHOP without having some damn problem. They kill you at IHOP. That's a suicide. That's a suicide place. Every time you go IHOP, it's a police car there. They shoot. On both occasions, I asked him to seek professional help and reminded him that our children needed their father. So see, but Shannon, I also, and nothing in here, is there any areas of denial by David? Let me see, is this good right here? It's how are you as Republicans going to allow
David Lenore to be your nominee. Okay. This is some vital information. Do y'all think David Lenore is watching my show tonight? White people, go to my church site, Naked Truth, Liberation, and Empowerment Ministries. And share this page with all the Republicans. Somebody say you're gonna get sued. I can't get sued. This is a public document that was sworn to by his wife and signed off on. This is their divorce decree. This is a public document. I know I probably pissed him off. I don't give a damn. I don't care. What you gonna do? But more so, what you gonna do? His wife, Shelley, what kind of woman are you? That you already been through this. And then you married the same man all over again? How much did he pay you to remarry? When I get into my reporting mode and my investigating mode, ain't nobody no better than me. So some of y'all others in the election, you black damn Hebrews, y'all come on off the damn page, go to y'all mosque or wherever y'all go and do y'all thing. Why? Republicans, can you support him? But then let's also look at Joy Tudialis, Junior Court Clerk, Martin Zumbach, her campaign manager, Ann Davis, who called me from 237-6402. Let's see. Nikki Cohn, I talk whatever the fuck I want. I mean, whatever I want to talk about. Thank you. Bye. Religion. I'm trying to call Ann.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 90123766402 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you finish recording, you may hang up.
You know what I should have looked up before I left the office? What's David Lenore's phone number? I'll call David and see what David has to say. But here's the documentation that has been sent out to thousands of Republicans from Ann Davis, who called me
who works for the campaign manager of Joy Tulianis, who's watching? I mean, well, no, who's running? He's probably watching too. All the white people. Lord Jesus, do you see that guy? I told you he was one of them smart ones. I watch him every night so I can know what's going on in the community. Because we ain't got no white reporters that's as sharp as him and gonna be able to tell us what's going on. I can't vote for old David Lenore now because you see how scandalous it is, and I've been a Republican for 89 years, and I am not going to vote for that boy. No, sir, we ain't going to vote for him. We going to make a change. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
And I'm eating today at the grill, 3711 Lamar, right here at Night On. So much food. God, I got some fries, I got some wings, I've got some okra, I got some banana pudding.
Boy, I ate that a day, Jesus.
And I got the world famous chicken on a stick.
Did it stop?
If you see me eating that, you know it's good. Come on by. They're open Mondays through Saturdays from 11 to 8. 3711 Lamar right here at Night On. It's the grill, y'all. I'm gonna be.
This is my first time visiting you, and I love it.
I'm at M&K Men's Fashion, 4696 American Way, and I'm in my favorite room. There are shoes everywhere. This is your only location for men's fashion, along with the other location at 3619 Hickory Hill Road. Young men, young ladies, you getting ready for your prom? Well, M&K is the only place you need to go. They can customize everything for you. Young ladies, you've been
Was there somebody using my name in YouTube?
look just like you.
I didn't see
If
it.
you get a twin, it's gonna be love on prom night. Just look at it. And you guys that really want to stand out at the prom, get your stuff customized. Yeah. Get the bling bling on here any way you want to look. You can look at it. I mean, you fellas that like them little skinny pants, y'all can get them too. And boy, if you want a little bling on your feet at the prom, look at this. And for us guys who our prom days are far behind us, real leather shoes, they're normally $129. Hell, $99. The Fatty Bear set. And you know, guys, I like to be sharp.
David from Mel. Who you gonna have a conversation with? It ain't with me, so who you finna have a conversation with?
Man, what you calling me for? Oh, you wanna get sharp too?
Been fucking daddy is right. Fuck the bitch. I ain't got her no more. I've been divorced 2 years. Fuck her. She probably need to get fucking. She had one since she had me.
This suit right here.
So, but you still
This suit here is an excellent suit, normally $199 by itself, but I feel so good with you calling me that I will give you the suit, the shirt, the tie, and damn, I'm gonna throw the shoes in free, all for $199. Now let me get back to cutting my commercial. You know, I wonder what I look like on a Sunday morning with one of these coats on right here.
Not the
Boy,
time I
I
was
be
scrolling in your
sharp when I
phone.
get my thing going on a Sunday morning.
Did somebody say David Lenore was on my page?
This is the only place you need to come. Income tax
I
season
know.
is here.
I wish I had this. That's what I forgot to do. Because I could have pulled this number from the election information.
4696 American Way and 3719 Hickory Hill Road.
Reflections Printing Company is now offering 100 full-color obituaries for 100.
They was telling me that David Lenore
full-color obituaries
was on the Instagram page.
Contact us today at
Uh,
901-825-54.
It's probably somebody who blocked when you created the page.
They're saying that they David Lenore.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had this.
Many of you have been complaining about you cannot find a job, or many of you have been just laying up, waiting on the government to take
Let me
care of
text somebody that might
There's a
know.
certain fella I know who says that those days of just laying up and getting something for free, those days are about to be over. So let me tell you what's going to happen and what you need to do. You need to go out and make a career for yourself. And the place to go is Mid-South Supported Living at 2564 Appleton Road, where you can become a certified nurse's assistant making from $16 to $18 an hour. That's a 6-week program, evening classes 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., Mondays through Fridays. And guess what? The cost is only half of what you're going to pay somewhere else. So before this guy cuts you out, cut your own career on with Mid-South Supported Living, 2564 Appleton, number 107. Give them a call at 590-2275.
Did you know that roughly about 400,000 babies will be born this year in the United States that will become victims of child sexual abuse? So in honor of child abuse and neglect money and sexual assault, I want you to come join me, Dr. Janelle
Hey, Keith,
Swain,
I don't even know what the fuck this is.
Liberation
You
and
gone,
Alpha Ministry.
motherfucker, shit.
Now, we're partnering together to grant every woman and man, boy and girl permission to speak up and speak out against this brutal epidemic of child abuse and neglect. Because I truly believe behind every woman is her story. We all have one. So
Of course I know guy is may have his
I want you to come out and join me as I share my own personal triumphant story of how I survived brutal, sexual, physical, mental, child abuse and neglect by my pre-uncles who raped me, beat me, choked me, tied me up in chairs, by my mother who left me who told me I'd never be anything, who never hugged me, never told me she loved me a day in my life. Do you understand what I'm saying? How I came from GED to PhD, how I broke every generational cycle and curse in my own family. I want you to come out and hear how you too can love yourself, how I had to love myself, how you too can be anything that you want to be. I want you to understand how you too can rise above all your scars like I did. How I went from a welfare mother, from a single mother too, from a high school dropout.
Why should I allow somebody to come on my motherfucking camera? Why you think I need one of you ignorant motherfuckers on my show? Get you a motherfucking show, come on, motherfucker. I need you on my show for. Damn. Then somebody come on here. Fuck
30
you.
seconds.
It's my show.
Down. Begging is not an option.
Don't you dare miss this symposium on rape, assault, and abuse on Saturday, April the 21st from 2 until 4 p.m. at the Naked Truth
20 seconds.
and Empowerment Ministries, 3835 Raleigh Milton Road. For more info.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show.
Hey, this is David. Sorry I missed you. Leave me a message and I'll call you back. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Mr. David Lenore, this is talk show host Thaddeus Matthews, and I would like to talk to you. In fact, I'd love to interview you concerning some information that I have concerning your divorce and your fitness to become the Shelby County mayor. Please return my call from the number that you see that I'm calling you from.
I was trying to reach him. Oh, David. I knew I could get the number. All that. Maybe he was busy. You think maybe I need to call him again? Okay. 5, 9, 6, 6, 0, 6.
This is David. Sorry I missed you. Leave me a message and I'll call you back. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for...
I tried to reach him. Why won't he talk to me? I'm a nice fellow. I just want to ask him some questions. Mr. Lenore, did you give your woman the chlamydias? Did you do all these things that your wife said? Because ain't nothing in here where you denied any of these things. And why do you think, sir, that the Republicans should nominate you as their particular candidate? Why y'all think he won't talk to me? I want to talk to Mr. David Leno. I do. I want him to share with us. Maybe there's another side. Lynetta Ford Davis, please let me know what I'm doing. I've been doing what I do 30-some years. Okay. Come on. He's a public official. And this number is probably a county cell phone number. Come on, David. Talk to the people. Your own party, one of your opponents, Jordan Tudiales, has put information out here and made sure it got into the media's hand, and I do be the media, to make sure it get into the hands of the people. We need to know. Republicans want to know. Because see, after the primary, if you were to get lucky, I don't think you're going to get that lucky, you would have to go against whoever the Democratic nominee is going to be. But I don't think you're going to have to worry about that. But if you did, the people have a right to know if all of this information is correct. And I want those of you in social media to understand, this is a television talk show. I just happen to be a television talk show host that happens to be a pastor. And I talk about biblical things if I want to, but basically this show over the years has been built on the controversial nature of me exposing and me bringing newsworthy information that mainstream media happens to be fearful of. So when y'all come to me with all that biblical stuff, y'all won't get blocked, because this is not that kind of party. Okay, this is a real TV show out of Memphis, Tennessee. We cannot allow people to be elected into office just because they want to run for office. It cannot happen, and it will not happen. On my watch. That's what the Thaddeus Matthews show is about. And some of you other persons, whether you're black or white, that's running for office, you need to be aware. You need to be aware of what information I may or may not have. Okay? When I look at this whole political situation that's going on in Memphis and Shelby County, there's corruption on the black side, there's corruption on the white side, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, and ain't neither one of them, when it comes to a party, worth us as a people even being concerned about. Okay? It's no longer can be about parties, but it's got to be about the individual that can do the job. It can even no longer be about the color of the man. It has to be about the individual that is going to get the job done. That's the thing that we're doing. Now that Thaddeus Matthews has broken, some of these other stations are now going to start looking at it. Probably if somebody's working, because they watch me in the studio. Hey, Channel 13, Channel 5, they all have me up on their monitors in their little studios. They come after stories that, how many stories I did last year that I was the first one? Breaking news. You can't say breaking news. Damn it, if I've already broken it, ain't breaking news. It's you coming back with something on it. Somebody wants to know, why don't you run for office? I don't want to be a politician. Two things. I'm a pastor. I'm a TV talk show host. My interest is in my TV career. And they don't make enough money. Plain and simple. Don't make enough money. And at 61 years old, my goal is on television and taking myself to the next level in broadcast media, not being a politician. But what I do with my brand and with my marketing of the Thaddeus Matthews Show is go where no one else will go. Your regular mainstream medias will not deal with this because they don't want to deal with it. And especially if the good old boys that control politics in this town, and understand, ain't no Negroes control a damn thing when it comes to their political horizon in this city. You don't control nothing. White folk control all of it. Republicans control what's going on. Developers control what is going on. Negroes in politics get the crumbs that fall from the table because they don't know how to go and get the main course meal. They rather settle for the scrappings than to put together an agenda for people in the African American community or the low and moderate income communities. They rather take the crumbs than come together with a plan that is going to make somebody worthwhile. Okay? Okay. Chandria, I cuss when I get ready. And if I want to cuss, I can. I'm giving you information. Don't worry about the cussing. Because if you piss me off, I'll cuss you out. But right now, we're dealing with information that we need to know in Memphis, Tennessee. And as I've shared with you, especially those of you in the African American, is that list in here, Dale?
Which one?
Huh?
Which list?
Are the people who's advertising on the Thaddeus Matthews show. Okay. I've had a lot of process. Early voting starts on the 11th. Okay. Here in Memphis, Tennessee. And if a politician has not brought to you their agenda, and especially those in the black community, if a black politician has did only thing he's done, brother, is put out a damn sign with his name on it, then he has not done anything for you. I offered politicians the other night, and tomorrow is the last day for the damn deal, to take you on through May, $3,500. I ain't giving my stuff away. You don't go to the white stations or the mainstream media and ask them to give you the budget. I ain't got no damn budget for you. I've helped those that needed help, okay? When I called Lori Ingram brought me my money, okay? Lori Ingram is the person that I want you all to vote for, especially all over the city. Lori Ingram, white folk. Lori Ingram, I know y'all gonna have to do y'all little Republican thing in the primary, but Lori Ingram needs to be the nominee because Lori Ingram is the only somebody that is running for the assessor's office that has experience in office. 15 years of experience. I want every black person that call yourself a Democrat, because I guess she running on that Democrat side. I want you to vote for Lori Ingram. You got Lori Ingram's commercial ready. Lori Ingram, I want you to listen and see when I produce commercials, I take it longer than 67. I can lock you into 30 seconds or 60 seconds, but I want people when they advertise with me to be able to get their message across. So I got commercials running a minute and a half. Lori Ingram is the person I want you to vote for. Play Lori's commercial.
You want to make sure that your property has a fair, accurate assessment of value. That's why you need to elect an assessor who's not
Shut the hell up and get gone.
but has experience. Lori Ingram has 15 years of experience in the Shelby County Assessor's Office. Lori Ingram
Are we coming back
is
up high?
acutely
Yes.
knowledgeable of
Okay.
each and every
Then get in
department
for
in the
Julius
assessor's
Red.
office. She has skill
Okay.
sets that include writing
You want to come
policies
back
and
in, play this, or
procedures.
just go on in?
We'll be back and then I'm gonna
Has worked
talk her
closely
in.
with appraisal
Okay.
and reappraisal teams to make sure that property owners are treated fairly. Lori Ingram is committed to produce fair and accurate property values, to making the assessor's office accessible to each and every citizen of Shelby County, working with every citizen to provide transparency. She's committed to educate the elderly, disabled, and veterans on available tax reliefs. Lori Ingram is the best qualified
20
candidate
seconds.
to run the assessor's office. Don't vote for on-the-job training. Vote for experience. Vote Lori Ingram for Shelby County Property Assessor. Paid for.
5, 4, 3, 2.
So you see where her experience lies. Vote. White folk. Vote for her. Okay, she light skinned, so she look damn near white. So I don't want no black folk. Vote for her. She light skinned and vote for her. But she can get the job done. We need people in office that can get the job done. We cannot allow politicians to run. Let me tell you one of the biggest assets in our community is having the power of being able to get your message out. If you're not getting your message out, you have no business running for office. If you have no money, set your broke ass down, go get your ass a job. But many of y'all want us to get you, y'all ain't raised me no money. Damn it, hell, if you're gonna run for the damn office, you ought to have some money. If you don't believe in you, then damn, why should I? You ain't put none of your money in there. But you want us to vote for you. Hell no. Hell no. I gotta wait for the commercial of my good friend Floyd Bond. They making their own commercial. Floyd Bond should be the elected sheriff of Shelby County. His position is more powerful than the police director. For those of y'all that don't know, and y'all be surprised at the people that don't know this. City of Memphis is in Shelby County. Damn. Now, y'all laughing at that, but you'd be surprised at how many folk in Memphis want to know, can I vote in the county election? Damn it. Ooh. Okay. The city of Memphis, say it slow, children. The city of Memphis is in Shelby County. Okay? Say it slow. Oh, I live in Shelby County. Okay. You live in Shelby County. Old one, you gone. So you can vote in the county election. I live in Memphis, I can't vote. The city of Memphis is in Shelby County, okay? Floyd Bonham, and look, I was surprised. When y'all talk about how few police officers do we have, do you know that we only have 625 deputy sheriffs in the entirety of Shelby County? 625. 600, and that includes those on the streets, those that are in the courthouses. 600, and they have to be in the courthouses because the sheriff department, they run 201 Poplar. In fact, the police department pays rent to the county of Shelby for having their offices in those buildings. God, you told me something I didn't even know. Okay? 625. For the last 2 years, the elected sheriff, Bill Odom, has been sick. Floyd Bonham is the chief deputy. That's his position. When Bill Odom got sick, he was the second man in control. He runs right now the entirety of the Shelby County Sheriff's Department and the Shelby County Jail. Why not keep him there? We need a black man. He black. He darker than me. He black. Okay? Keep him in the office. What's the other choice? Benny Cobb? Oh, hell no. Benny Cobb, this is the 4th time. White people, I want y'all to listen to this too. This is the 4th, Lord Jesus, 4th time that Benny Cobb has ran for the sheriff. He's made a career at running for the sheriff. Okay? Find something else to do, Benny. Okay? He's a 3-time loser. He's already a 3-time loser. Say it slow, children. 3-time loser. He's already lost 3 different times. 3 times. So what is it that Benny Cobb is going to tell folk in this county differently than the other 3 times? 3 times the citizens of this county have said, we don't want you, we don't need you, we don't think that you the man for the job. Floyd Bonham is already there. I called Floyd. I had never met Floyd a day in my life. I had heard the name. I said, man, you need to advertise on the Thaddeus Matthews show. He run it countywide. I gave him my countywide price. He brought me a check. Brought me a check. Vote for Floyd Bonham. He already has a job. He's already doing a good job. I did the research on him. He is the man to fulfill the job. Why you want a 3-time loser? 3-time, hell, even in that thing they call baseball, 3 strikes, your ass is gone. He's going to repeat. What he's going to tell you differently than the other 3 times that he's ran. He can't tell you he know the job, because damn it, he ain't in the job. He don't know the job. He was a captain with the police, the sheriff's department, but you have not ran the day-to-day operations as Floyd Bonham is already running right now. Vote. I want you to vote right now. This bitch here, I'm so tired of you, son, Drea, and so why we ain't having Bible study? Bitch, go to your own church, call your damn pastor, elder, and have your own damn Bible study. We talking business. Silly. Some of you women silly. That's where y'all have them silly ass children. Because y'all so damn silly. Whoa, Jesus. No. We got to deal with politics in our community. Damn, we shall overcome. Damn, having a damn dream. I had a dream. Well, okay, fine.
Damn, you had a dream 50 years ago. We got to wake up and deal with the realities of what's going on. And I'm going to deal with that on April the 4th. I don't know how you Negroes come up with a theme, where do we go from now? Okay, where we go from now? Where we go? Oh, okay, hell, if you don't know in 50 years where the hell you going, then damn, you should stay back there in 1968. And that's the mindset that some of these ignorant ass, black ass, handkerchief head Negroes want to keep you. They want to keep you in that mindset of 1968. Ignorant asses. Ignorant asses. Ignorant. Completely ignorant. But vote for Floyd Bond. Ed Ford Jr. That's one of them folks show is. I've been knowing this boy all his life. His father now, Ed Ford Sr., are the best of friends. I don't think there's anything I could ask Ed Ford Sr. for and couldn't get it. His wife even prayed while I was in the hospital. Okay? Yeah. Myrna, and she a praying woman. I hadn't seen what other I can do. Yeah. Ed Ford Jr. Do I agree with every decision that Ed Ford Jr. has made? No. No. But I know he's studious. I know that when Ed Ford Jr. Was running, and get his commercial ready, I know that when Ed Ford Jr., when Ed Ford Sr. decided he was not going to run, that Ed Jr. was at TSU at that time. He came to Memphis every week. Every week that the city council had a meeting, he was there from sunrise to sunset. He was at every meeting for almost 2 years to learn the job. He's doing that very same thing now as he's running for county commission. We don't need none of these feel-good Negroes who just want to run and ain't spent no money and got their message out to the people at all. You putting up some yard signs, but you have not addressed the people in the community. Ed Ford Jr. bought his advertising from me. I called him. I talked to his daddy. I told his daddy how much money I need. I got my money. Okay? You need people who are conscientious and people who are going to be out there and they're going to do the job. I can't speak for all the Fords, but I can speak for Ed Ford Jr. If you live in that district, Ed Ford is going to knock on every door. Give him your vote. He fought for you on the city council. He's going to fight for you as the county commissioner. Play Ed Ford Jr.'s commercial.
To public service by serving 3 terms as a Memphis City Councilman. As Councilman Edmund Ford Jr. co-sponsored the
Richard Five,
revitalization plan, he secured $1 million in CIP funds for the expansion and widening of 3rd Street. Supported and sponsored legislation along with the city that's in the process of bringing over 55
Is that commercial dragging?
100 jobs to District 9. Sponsored $500,000 in CIP funds to restore the health and Head Start buildings adjacent to the Mitchell Community Center. His inherited spirit of service has allowed this 14-year educator in our school system to raise thousands for all Shelby County School high school seniors to receive free access to college scholarships. Edmund Ford Jr. has a proven record of service. Conditions are too critical to elect someone who can only make us promises. Let the work and service continue by electing Edmund Ford Jr. to the County Commission, District Number 9. District 9 doesn't need a change, but the continuation of a public servant who has already made that change. Vote May 1st, Edmund Ford Jr., County Commission,
5, 4, 3, 2.
And thank you so very, 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 very much. Ooh, Jesus. My blood pressure was pretty good when I went to the doctor on today. And so what I just do, you know, I deal with your ignorance on the page and just dismiss you. But I want you to know that all around this country, the same thing is happening. Y'all gonna march, we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. What day? Y'all been singing that tired ass song? I hate this song. I do. Y'all been singing that tired ass song 50 years and when the day gonna come? What preparations have you made to overcome? You ain't doing a damn thing to overcome. All y'all want to do is go to the same bathroom that the white folk went. You want to go to the same school that the white folk. You eliminated the businesses that blacks had in their communities because you wanted to play white. Well, damn, this is, baby girl, it's a new day. Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is a county commissioner. He's running for his second term. Anything I need in my district, anything that I need for other people in other districts around the city, Eddie Jones is there to get it done. I want you to vote for Eddie Jones. Can you get Eddie Jones? You got time, T? Get Eddie Jones commercial. I want you to vote for Eddie Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody that y'all see that ain't advertising on my show, don't even vote for him. Just vote for these names, leave the rest of them alone. Don't even vote for him. If you support me and you support the Thaddeus Matthews Show, only vote for the folk that you see advertising on this show. Okay? Roll it.
Struggles to citizens of District 11 that if elected, he would work to make the district a better place to live. And as a member of the Board of Commissioners, to make sure that all Shelby Countyans have that same privilege. During his tenure in office, Eddie Jones has proven that he not only serves, but that he is a servant. That's why he sponsored a moratorium to stop landfills in Shelby County, sponsored a resolution to give the Memphis Health Center $350,000 for mammogram machines, made sure citizens that were arrested on juvenile court warrants could receive a bond so that they could be released, gave away over 6,000 backpacks and school supplies, and allocated $2 million for Black initiatives. Eddie Jones has served as a chair on the Delinquent Tax Property Commission, also on the Core City Neighborhoods Committee, vice chair of the Law Enforcement, Fire and Corrections Committee, and also the chair of the Budget and Finance Committee. Eddie Jones has proven that he deserves to be reelected.
Just bring me on back. I ain't gonna have time for that.
Parkwood Village.
Ten seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2.
And thank you so very, very much. They tell me on that show on BET called Man Cave, they supposed to be talking about the cussing pastor on tonight. Now I saw the preview, and then the ignorant ass folk, the men that they got talking about me, if you really wanted to do the show, you'd have had me on the show, but y'all want to go with that BS that y'all just think and speculate on. But hell, if you get my name out there nationally, then fine. They got that picture of the girl that came by my office. I saw the preview of it and took a picture with me. Nice lady. And when I was sitting down at my desk, she was standing up. She got big titties. Okay? And my head was laid up against her. And y'all went crazy over there. Okay? What man don't like big titties? And when I see men upset about another man's head on some titties, I got to wonder whether you homosexual. Well, the pastor shouldn't have his head on no titties. How come a pastor can't have his head on some titties? Pastors like titties too. Well, I just think it ain't about God. How, baby, if your pastor is a man and he got a wife, don't you think he sucks on his woman's titties? But it wasn't disrespectful. The lady took a picture. I'm sitting down. She's standing up. She got titties. Where else was my head gonna go? But and y'all took that. It's all over the world now. Everything I touch, y'all take viral. So, but if your bishop don't like big titties on a woman, your pope, your priest don't like big titties on a woman, then something is wrong with him. And yes, I like titties. Okay, the preacher said it. I like titties. And if you're a man and you don't like some titties, something wrong with you. And I like that other thing too. Thank you, Jesus. I like the right thing. Yeah, it had over 5 million views. Because I said that the pastor, yes, your pastor's a man, the pastor likes titties. If your pastor don't like titties, you better watch that boy. Okay, because see, y'all got some of the female preachers, she like titties too now. The reason some men can't get to the titties at the church is because your woman pastor eating up all the titties and all the other stuff that they can eat up too at the church. Praise the Lord, thank you, Jesus. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. I'm gonna just tell. I wouldn't serve a God that wouldn't let me like some titties. God just wouldn't be fair if he said, I made all these titties, but you can't touch a titty. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's real. Okay? Why y'all think preachers don't touch titties? Hell, a lot of you sisters right now know your titty been touched by the pastor, your bishop, your elder, your apostle. What you say, Michael Williams? That's the truth, though. We might as well tell the truth and be free. If your pastor don't like titties on a woman, he probably like titties on a man. And some men got bigger titties than some women. Okay? Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I brought you a lot of information on tonight. Amen. Ain't that right, Irish Cage? Huh. He on, and look, 5 million views gonna have me on BET. Y'all making me big, and I didn't even try. Do they call him? I didn't start calling me the cussing pastor. Y'all, I've been cussing since I came out the womb. When I came out my mama's thing, I said, damn, what the hell I'm in? What is all this in here? And then when that doctor hit me on my ass, I said, I'm gonna F you up, doctor. Don't hit me no damn more. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the baddest mother on the TV. Ain't nobody no better than me. Hey, don't forget to go to DMC Cleaners. If your clothes ain't clean and y'all want to get ready, y'all come see me Sunday morning. If y'all don't like them traditional churches, come to the Naked Truth Liberation and Empowerment Ministries here in Memphis, Tennessee, 3835 Raleigh Militant Road, or you can catch it on the church Facebook page. I'll be preaching on Sunday. Lazarus, you ain't got nothing on me. As we talk about this thing y'all call Easter, we're going to deal with it on Sunday morning. But if y'all need to get your blue jeans, y'all come to my church with blue jeans and tennis shoes. You want to get them started, go to DMC Cleaners, 62 Fairway at 3rd, 789-7983. If you pay them in advance, well, you can get 50% off. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Bad Man. I got to go. Michael Aura Williams, the president of the Memphis Police Association, is about to come your way tonight. I'm sure he has a very interesting dispensation. What was that word I'm trying to say? Dispensation. Anyway, he got some fine things and words he wants to bring. Michael R. Williams needs to be the next mayor of the city of Memphis. If he runs, he's got my support. He's got the support of thousands of folks. And remember that handkerchief head, Sidney Chisholm, who wants to be the county mayor, said, well, the reason y'all need to elect me is because you need a black mayor. Well, when Michael R. Williams was running for the county mayor, you was the one taking the white man through the black community with your handkerchief head, need some insurance, depends having ass. 80-something years old and you want to be the damn mayor. Hell, you need to sit on your damn rocking chair on the damn front porch with the cowboy hat, get you one of them little saddles, and just play like you're a cowboy in your senile years. Who's the baddest man on TV? It's me. I'm Thaddeus Matthews. Until tomorrow night, top of the evening to you. What?
And should be undertaken with paying staff. In 1968, city employees suffered social and economic injustice
Don't you like that?
at the hands of city leaders.
Okay,
Dr.
man.
King came to Memphis to fight
I